Alright, Bonehawk, so this video is all about Ed Boon and Mortal Kombat 12. Boon had a Twitter space last night at like 10:30 on a Saturday. Man's just working overtime, but either way, all it was just a playlist with some random MK sounds. And I'm not really sure if where the MK sounds happened, if they were kind of hints towards what song was playing at the time. That's a little bit too vague for me to go into. Some of these seem fairly obvious of who he's hinting at either character reveal or maybe there's some story stuff going on. Not really sure. But I went on a deep dive on every single song to see if I could find some stuff. Some I could, so some I'm going to have a pretty obvious answer, but then maybe a stretch answer, this is maybe this is something else. And I don't know if these are multiple characters and multiple songs, or two songs are hinting at one character. It's hard to tell. We're going to assume for this video that if you enjoy content like this, you want to stay up on the Mortal Kombat 12 news and updates as it happens. Don't forget to subscribe. And for now, let's get into it.
Accept your death.
So the first song we're getting into here is Purple Rain by Prince. And it's fairly obvious if you're a Rain fan, he's coming back. If that's what we're hinting at here, Ed Boon has been on the record saying that Rain was kind of a play on words from the Prince song and blah 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 blah. So it seems pretty obvious here that is who he's hinting at here, if that's what he's doing. So that's the obvious one. I'm gonna do a little bit of a stretch guess here because that's what we're doing. In the Purple Rain was actually an album. And on the original configuration in 1983, on side 2, there was a song called Father's Song, and it did not appear on the 1984 configuration of it. For some reason, all the other songs were on there, but Father's Song was not. Now, Rain's father is Argus, so maybe a stretch guess could be Rain and Argus, because Argus we saw in Armageddon, kind of a big part of the storyline there, and Rain is kind of like his half-son. Rain's mother, I believe, is Amara, I think. We don't really know much about her other than, that. I don't know if Argus also had another wife, Delia. I don't know if that was kind of a no-no baby or something like that. But, I think the obvious guess here is Rain for this one. And, again, stretch guess is going to be Argus. So that's really, it's cut and dry for this one. So I felt like it was a good place to start. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one that we have here is Mother by Pink Floyd. And when I think of mothers in the Mortal Kombat universe, Sindel is really the first one that comes to mind. So by the title track, that's kind of what I'm thinking. However, you got Pink Floyd, so Pink Ninja. Could also be Melina, although you could argue maybe there's some purple elements in there. But either way, so I would say one of these two would be the safe bet off the track title alone. But when I did some deep diving into the actual song, it appears on the album called The Wall. And the song itself is about a character named Pink, which seems to me to hint a little bit more to Melina being raised by an overprotective mother who lost her husband. Now, Melina kind of being raised by Shao Kahn, who lost Sindel, who he's trying to revive later on. So it could be a mirror thing there. So Melina being raised by Shao Kahn, who doesn't really want her to know too much about kind of where she came from. Lost her mother, Sindel. That's my stretch guess. So I have to say on the surface, the actual mother part is probably referring to Sindel. And if we do a little bit of a deep dive, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that the title and the artist, as well as the contents of the song, could also be hinting at Melina. I don't really see any other hints here. I mean, you could maybe interchange Melina and Katana, but to be honest, I feel like the characters that we know are going to be in the game, like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Katana, I feel like those 4 are probably not hinted here because they're you would never have a game without them at this point in time. Any new game would not have them, so I'm probably just gonna kind of brush them off to the side. So anyways, that's that song. And again, if you have thoughts that are different than mine, or if you have some theories, we're all just kind of grasping at straws here. So we're just having fun, kind of trying to break this down. Let me know in the comments what you think, if I missed something, or if you know some tidbits about the songs that I don't know or that I'm getting wrong. Of course, let me know. So let's continue down the line here. So the next song is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and to be honest, there's so much literature in this song that you could probably pull literally any character from this. So I'm just gonna say that it's probably the Queen reference that we're going with here. And when I think of queens, we got Queen Shiva, Queen of the Shokan, we got Queen Sindel. Maybe there's a new queen. I'm not really gonna be guessing new characters at this point because like that's just creating shit, and I don't want to do that here. So I'm assuming if I have to guess, it'd probably be Sindel, given the kind of mother reference previously, and maybe the Melina thing. But yeah, there's not too much stretching. I think this is pretty black and white on what they were going for here. So we're just gonna. And again, if you see something in this that I'm not getting at with this, I love the theory part of this. This is my favorite part of Mortal Kombat announcements, is just like guessing at things and trying to decipher things. And this is probably one of my favorite things that Ed Boon does well, better than kind of any other creative director, is just like dropping these kind of hints to the audience and the viewers and stuff, and just trying to get us to guess what's happening before they actually reveal it. So it's a lot of fun. So anyways, sorry, rambling, moving on. Okay, so this next one I'm going to be going all over the map with. Like, I'm going to be a certified yoga instructor when this is done, because I am stretching. But the next one is Every Breath You Take by The Police. And if we look at just the band and the name, I would think either Every Breath You Take, breath, cabal, breathing, apparatus thing going on, and The Police, striker, kinda, you know. Those would be the two obvious guesses, but because I'm deep diving, because I'm really just trying to find things out here. There is an argument to be made that the singer of The Police is Sting, which could be Devora. Also, this is actually an interesting read on the song, because a lot of people take this to be like a super romantic and kind of cute song, and Sting kind of confirmed. Where's the quote where he said it here? He says, "I think the song is very, very sinister and ugly, and people have actually misinterpreted it as being a gentle love song when it's quite the opposite. Hence so. So, something that's evil and sinister, while maybe not appearing evil and sinister, could be, that's right, Shang Tsung. Dun dun dun. You know, he's very sinister and ugly, but hey, now he looks like Cassie Cage, so I mean, disguise. When I think of sinister as well, I also think Quan Chi, but obviously that's a stretch. Like, you know, I mean, not that Quan Chi isn't very, very sinister, but I don't know, that doesn't really fit what we're going for here. But hey, because Quan Chi, sure, I'll throw Quan Chi in the mix. So that's that song. Let's get into another interesting one here. So the next one is Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg, and we're thinking like right off the bat, you know, alcohol, Bo Raicho. That makes sense, obviously. Given the name of the song, though, Jin, Kung Jin, could be Kung Jin as well. Additionally, when I was reading about like kind of the, I don't want to say like the history of the song, but like the kind of write-ups that I saw in the song is all about like partying and stuff like that, and like that kind of makes me think a little bit of Johnny Cage. Also, thanks, Baricho. Also, the Mother song that they played by Pink Floyd cut off after they said "You're Gonna Break My Balls," which could also be a hint to Johnny Cage. So I mean, I gotta get Bo Raicho off the screen. He keeps farting. All right, so another interesting one here, another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, and this could, I mean, there's the pink element again, which could be Melina. You can pull that out. I don't think that's what they're going for here. More when I'm thinking of bricks, thinking of like Tremor. Also, maybe Garrus, but I think Garrus is one and done. I don't think we're going to see Garrus again. I'd actually be pretty shocked if we see Garrus again, to be honest. He fit the timeline and like the story of MK11 well, and overall a cool character, but I don't think we'll really see him again. Maybe as DLC down the road, but I doubt it. I think as far as bricks go, Tremor is a safe guess. Also, when I'm reading about this and I'm thinking about the song in my head, again, my stretch guess, We Don't Need No Thought Control, which is Quan Chi, trance. I thought I was controlling Quan Chi here, but just pretend that Tremor's in trance, you know? So, I mean, that could be a hint as well. Again, bit of a stretch, but I thought that might be worth mentioning. I think the next couple are just kind of I don't know. I'm not really sure what to think of them. Maybe let me know. I couldn't really find anything deeper than the meaning. Kind of throwaway guesses, kind of, but here's the last ones. Let It Be by the Beatles. I mean, Beetles are insects. Devora. I think that makes sense. The other thing that maybe they're going with here is the letter B. Barako, Boraicho, and Blaze are the only three characters I can think of with the letter B. Aaron Black, but again, that's stretching it. I think Devora is the obvious guess here, but if you have any other theories or any information I missed in that regard, let me know. It seems like that's probably the safe guess for this one. Boogie Fever by the Silvers. The only thing I could think of with that would be Smoke. That's literally the only guess is Silver Ninja, Smoke, maybe. I tried to see if he knew, like, the lyrics or anything to do with the song might hint at either human or robot Smoke. And if I had to take a stretch guess, I would say maybe robot Smoke, because the song is about a guy who sees a change in his girlfriend, you know, after they do the Boogie Fever or whatever. So, like, Smoke changed from human to robot, but I think it would be weird if they had, like, Smoke's last reiteration in this Mortal Kombat series was as a robot. So I think it would be safe to say they'd probably bring him back as human, so I don't know. That's a stretch. I don't really know what else to get from that song. Let me know if you got something else. And the last song was The End by the Beatles, and this was the final song that was played, so I'm assuming it was more just to kind of reiterate this is the end of the playlist. But because we're stretching here, I think it could also mean some sort of a boss. Like maybe Blaze was like the end of Armageddon. You got all the way through, you fought Blaze and he was the end. Shang Tsung was the boss. You could literally pick any boss from any Mortal Kombat game and be like, yeah, that's what this signifies. So I don't really know. If you were able to watch live, which I wasn't able to, I've just been kind of getting tidbits from Twitter on what people are saying. So let me know if there's something weird that was missed here. But yeah, I think that's all the songs. I think there's kind of a theme on like mothers, queens, and that kind of thing. So I don't know if we're going to see something in that regard as far as story goes, or if this was... We have no parameters on what we're working with here. This could be characters. He could have just spilled the whole Mortal Kombat 12 story, and you know, we have no idea. We're trying to pick characters apart. These are the parts of the things that I find really fun about this. I'm just picking apart, stretching, trying to figure out what Boon's talking about. One more thing that I wanted to say is that the playlist was called ZKPLINTFLO. So that has to mean something. There's not a chance that doesn't mean something. So I'm just going to try and mess around with that a little bit and maybe move some letters, see what I can find. Maybe they're kind of placeholders for something. So yeah, what do you think? Are you excited? Mortal Kombat 12 news. It's always thrilling and fun and lighthearted to kind of go through and try and figure this stuff out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't, because I make new videos all the damn time, especially on Mortal Kombat 12. We'll be updating you on everything to do with that. Hashtag Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you Bonehawks in the next video.
Accept your death.